During the dry season in the Zambian village of Kashushu, a strange ceremony sometimes takes place. It's called the mukanda, when boys dream of becoming men and masked spirits make their appearance. It all starts when the Luvalese boys, who live in the village of Kashushu, decide the time has come for them to become men. They request an initiation, playing a sort of game. They pretend to insult their elders, who in turn act as if they're angry with the children. And thus begins the initiation, which lasts 4 months. The 18 initiates are separated from their families. They are hidden in a shelter of branches and leaves known as the mukanda. 1 month later, they emerge from the mukanda, where the elders teach them the traditions of their people. Suddenly, Katatola appears. Katatola is a makishi. Makishi are spirits of the ancestors. They rise from their resting places in the cemeteries just for the mukanda, so they can guide and accompany the initiation of a new generation of boys. They push away the mothers who pretend they want to take their boys back. The makishi push the mothers aside. This way, the boys can reach the river, where the elders wash them. This first bath marks the end of the first major step in the initiation. From now on, the initiates can come and go from the mukanda. They have a little more freedom. In the Luvalese society, only women have the right to fish using nets. The men use fishing poles. The Luvalese are also hunters. Even if the prey is only the size of a rat, they never forget that hunting is essential to their survival. The apprenticeship of the initiates continues. Out in the bush, they gather the materials they need to make the makishi costumes and masks. They can use this bark, for example, to create skirts. Sibinda, one of the initiates, draws an imposing mark in the sand. This is certainly the mask he'll make in the mukanda shelter. But he will not reveal its name, because everything that's made in the mukanda must remain secret. Today, the makishi burst into the village once again. The Luvalese are partly afraid, partly amused whenever they appear. Some makishi are ferocious and aggressive, while others are funny and gentle. The makishi are covered from head to toe. They must not reveal the tiniest patch of skin because they are spirits, not men. Maria Shabinda is 73, the oldest woman in the village. As the elder, she plays a special role in the mukanda. She takes care of the initiates as the surrogate mother. She is also a friend of the makishi. She alone has the right to touch them and play with them. The ceremony marking the end of the initiation is about to begin. At 4 a.m., just before sunrise, the mukanda is burned down. And suddenly, Mupala appears. Armed with a sword symbolizing his power, he is both a prince and a hunter. He is the most feared of all the makishi. He embodies the earliest ancestors of the Luvalese. Suddenly, the initiates appear, each wearing a costume they made themselves. The dances they learned during their retreat are strangely similar to those of the makishi. The initiates return one last time, perched on the shoulders of the men. They are dressed in Western clothes, which were very expensive for their parents.
We are now adults. Our big brother can no longer treat us like before, even if he is older than we are.
The Luvalese are happy. Their sons have become men by perpetuating the tradition of the mukanda The Baka are pygmies. They live in the large equatorial forest in the Central African Republic. Their music is as old as time. The Baka say mysterious visitors sometimes appear in their sleep, humming songs to them. When they awake, they sing the song they received during the night. And if the other pygmies pick it up, it becomes part of their repertory. For many years, people have dismissed pygmies as oddities for their small size and because they have no possessions. They spend their lives hunting, gathering, and singing. From time to time, the Baka leave their village and head deep into the forest. They build a hunting camp and stay for several weeks. The pygmies sing to please Jengi, the master of the forest spirits. And if the songs are beautiful, Jengi will send many animals into the hunter's nets. The pygmies use wood and animal skins to make the drums that accompany their songs. They tie the leather securely to the wood, then scrape off the hair and heat it over a fire to stretch the skin. The pygmies don't sing much when they're in their village. To sing, they need trees, birdsong, and also the sound of running water. During the dry season, the women dam up a stream with branches and mud. They then empty out the pool and gather the fish left behind. But even if the fishing is poor, the pygmies can't resist the fun of slapping the water as if they were playing drums. There are no teachers or students among the Baka. The children have listened to their mother's songs since they were in the womb. They then naturally practice until they become virtuosos like their parents. The Baka climb to the top of tall trees, using only a vine belt, the yenda. They are the only people in the world to do this. They make this perilous climb to gather honey, which they consider to be a treasure.
I play the sitar like my father. My forest spirit is called Jimba. When I play at night, my spirit wakes up the entire camp. It's a spirit for honey that came to me from my father.
The Baka are hunters and fishermen, as well as gatherers. They have spotted a swarm of bees at the top of this immense tree. The trunk is rotten on the inside, and it would be madness to climb it to reach the hive at the top. The Baka therefore decide to cut it down. The hole in which the bees built their hive is open. The Baka were right. There is a lot of honey. This is fly honey, produced by a species of bee that doesn't sting. The honey is extremely bitter, but the Baka love it. The camp is finished. Tomorrow, the Baka will return to their village. They danced and sang day and night during their time in the forest. They leave, their hearts in peace and their bodies filled with the energy that only the forest and its spirits can give them.